The International Criminal Court is now in session. L'audience de la Cour pénale internationale est ouverte.
Even with his personal attendance at the International Criminal Court today, Kenyatta would not be making any submission.
Have I been clear enough? Do you understand, Mr. Kenyatta? Can you say yes and no?
Madam President, this was all discussed last night between myself and my client, and I would answer questions on his behalf.
From where the prosecution sits, the judges should make a firm decision against acquitting the president. Instead, Bensouda argues,
there remains a considerable body of evidence that implicates Mr. Kenyatta. The prosecution has scrutinized very carefully this body of evidence, and we judge that this evidence is insufficient to make you sure. But concerns that the Chamber may have about the injustice of allowing a case to continue where there is simply no evidence can be put aside.
And for the first time, the prosecution would lay bare just what kind of evidence it currently holds against Kenyatta.
Witness 152 says he was present at a meeting at a hotel which was attended by Mr. Kenyatta. And during the meeting, he says Mr. Kenyatta contributed money to the Mungiki and announced that there had been an agreement with the Mungiki that they would fight on the PNU Kikuyu side during the post-election violence. That witness also says that during the post-election violence, Mr. Kenyatta approached him through a member of parliament, and the message was that Mr. Kenyatta wanted to facilitate the ability of the Mungiki to protect the Kikuyu community.
The prosecution claims a total of 9 witnesses gave testimony to show the link between Mungiki, how the post-election violence was funded, and Kenyatta.
He contributed 200,000 shillings from his personal funds and 1 million shillings, which he said came from Kamwana. That means young man, and it was Mr. Kenyatta's nickname. The money was given for funding of weapons.
The prosecution has further told of its frustration in accessing Kenyatta's telephone records. They would provide evidence of Kenyatta's link to Mungiki, they say.
The telephone being used by former witness 12, who, whatever his status may be as a truthful witness, was undoubtedly a member of the Mungiki, ends with the numbers 218. He was around both Nakaru and Naivasha on his own account when violence broke out. And that witness accepts that this telephone, 218, was his. Between the 4th and the 21st of December, the telephone data in possession of both the defence and the prosecution shows that there was contact between former witness 12 and Mr. Kenyatta's telephone on 6 separate occasions. What was the government minister and future president talking to the Mungiki member about?
As such, the prosecution believes the Kenyan government should be compelled to cooperate in giving information and the judges should adjourn rather than withdraw the case. That, however, remains a decision solely in the hands of the 3-judge bench. Jackie Maribe, Citizen Business Centre.